What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Centerstrain01, and I've got a quick video here going to showcase on what my personal feelings are and some of the reviews that are out for the new Thief game. It's actually not out yet, but the reviews, the embargo just lifted, which means that obviously we can take a look at the game and see how good it is before we actually decide if we want to buy it. Now, first off, I've seen some reviews that are really done well, some reviews that are said well and have good actual kind of knowledge in them on why this is a flaw or why this is something good, but necessarily these scores don't represent what the reviewer has actually said. Now, take this in a grain of salt, okay? The whole review system from websites such as IGN, GameSpot, Game Trailers, all the big places, it's very subjective, okay? You have to remember that don't necessarily make yourself get a game based off of what one person says about a game. Now, the consensus on this game itself is about mediocre, okay? If so far I've not really seen anything above a 8.5 or an 85 here, as you can see it. These are just some of the things that are on Metacritic right now. As you can see, there are some pretty low scores. IGN gave it a 6.8. GameSpot gave it a 60. I mean, come on. And what's hilarious is you've got other people, like say, one of the reviews that I thought that was very well done, and I definitely suggest that you actually go take a look at it, is the Machinima review. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm a Machinima partner, you know, it is how it is. I'm just saying, out of the reviews that I've watched, I've got to say that I liked the Machinima review so far. The reason I say I liked it is because they had two people in the review, and one person was asking the questions to the guy that reviewed it. Granted, I like this format, okay? I like how there's someone else explaining, saying, hey, what about this? You know, specific elements of the game. And even if it is scripted and he knows what he's going to ask him, the questions that were asked in the Machinima review were questions that I would want answered as a player myself. Okay, so definitely go check out the Machinima review on if you actually go to YouTube or whatever. I don't know if you're subscribed to Machinima or not. Just type in Thief review and it should pop up pretty easily. One of the reviews that I'm not happy with is IGN, and I got this review up here. If you actually watch the IGN review, which, you know, I've been watching over the past little bit, what he says about the game in his actual review, what he is discussing, is good merits, is stuff that I agree with the game. I wholeheartedly agree with. Like, say, he gives this a 6.8. That's his review score. Now, a 6.8 is, let's just say it's a 7 out of 10, which is not too bad. But if you look at it in the eyes of gamers, on people that really go off of a review, if they're going to pick up a game or not, it's way too low, okay? The positives, challenging stealth, the swoop ability, and some good scenarios, way more positively than the negatives, which are frequent load screens or hit or miss level design. And all it gets is a 6.8. If you actually listen to what he says and you go off of listening and putting two and two together on what the score should be, a 6.8 to me is too low. He's very knowledgeable. He says he's played the Thief games before, and that you know, the stealth parts are really, really great. And he also mentions how the combat parts are not. And granted, that's how Thief should be, okay? Never in a Thief game has the combat parts been good. If you have played any of the Thief games, first of all, your mission is not to go into combat. Second of all, if you go into combat, your next mission is to escape, not to direct and kill people. This is not a run and gun, okay? I'm telling you right now, if your favorite game is Call of Duty and you only like those kind of games, do not play Thief. Please, for the love of God, do not play Thief, okay? Because all you're going to do is just hate on it, and you're not going to really understand the purpose of what a game like Thief is supposed to be, and that is stealth. It's about getting into a place. skulking around in the shadows, being right next to someone and saying, hey, I'm right here, but you can't see me. It's about getting up there, taking a piece of item from them, loot them, and swooping back without them knowing, them turning around at the last second and saying, what was that? That to me is what thief is. Okay. And if you're not that type of person, if you walk into a room and you say dead, 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 don't play thief. Okay. Because you're just not going to get the purpose of this game. And then you're going to get frustrated that you can't go in and just kill everybody in a second. And there's games for you that are about that. But if you're a stealth player, if you're someone that when they go into a room, the first thing they do, how many guards? The second thing they do, what are some paths? Oh, I see a little area up there that looks like you can get on. You know, I see a sewer grate over here that I could open up with my magic, with my tool or whatever. Or I see a door that can be lockpicked. You know, for instance, if you look at the lockdown mission that you saw from the developers, okay, there are so many ways into this one store, into this jewelry store. It's so amazing. Oh my gosh. After watching it and after actually seeing other people play it now that walkthroughs are coming up, you know, and seeing that, I thought to myself, okay, so being a thief game, they're going to be like, all right, they know you're not going to go through the front door. So they guard the front door. Okay. So they give you a route to the right. They give you a route to the left. And you're thinking to yourself, all right, obviously those are the routes I'm going to take. I get 2 routes. 2 routes isn't too bad. But you can actually go through the front door. And I thought this was going to be so surprising. They're never going to let you go through because there's like 4 guards guarding the front door. And, you know, they go back and forth and there's no way you're going to be able to get in there without taking the guards out. But there is. Sometimes going through the front door can be as much of a challenge as going, you know, to the back and in through a secret area. Because it's like, what kind of a stealth player are you? Are you a, you know, I'm going to get up there right in your face and I'm going to say, bam, I'm coming in. And you're still not going to know that I am. You know, it's those kind of things that just really make me want to play this game so much. Because I saw the 2 entrances on the outsides that you can get in. And even when you go through the 2 on the side and you don't go through the front door, there's one way on the right of the jewelry store that you could climb something and get in to the actual jewelry store. And then, or you can pick the lock behind, and then there's 2 ways behind the jewelry store that you could get in through a window on top, or you can pick the lock at the very back of the store. So there's so many different ways to go about doing this. Another thing that I didn't like about the IGN review is he says, you don't feel like a master thief because you're stealing all these little itty bitty items. Now, I can understand that a master thief would probably only go for the really, really expensive things, but this is a game, okay? The developers want you to go to each and every single section of the levels. They want you to see like, oh my gosh, there's this, you know, even if there's this one little gold coin over here, go over and get it. Bam, you pick it up and you're like, why did I pick this up? It was only 1 gold coin. I just went through all that to pick this up. And then you look over and then you see this sewer grate that you can unlock. And then it's a new way to go around the level. And then you're just like, this is awesome. If I wouldn't got this 1 gold coin, I would not have known about this awesome new way throughout the level. Maybe it's a way that you could bypass enemies. I've seen about 4 levels of this game so far, and I got to say the second level, the one where you're going through the little factory and the dead bodies are kind of going along the little line there or whatever. There's so many little kind of pathways that you can take that aren't there for the naked eye, but if you really research and you go around trying to collect all the loot, you're going to find, and you're just going to really appreciate the game even more. I got to say, I am really, really excited and happy to get into this game, and I know a lot of the reviews out there have not been, you know, perfect for the game, and that's always going to be how it is. You know, you can never really believe just one person. So go around, watch all the different reviews, and still, if you really can't come up with a decision for yourself, watch my walkthrough a little bit. And if you're the kind of person that likes to play like I do, pick this game up. Don't even think about it. You know you're going to pick it up. You know you want to. It's just, you got this craving for it and you just want to get out there and freaking play it. That's what I got right now. And I'm so excited. I mean, I've got the PC version as well as the PS4 version. And I believe I will be doing a giveaway for this game as well for those of you out there. So please give me the support and, help me out. Share the videos, the walkthroughs when they come out, like the videos, do all that great stuff. Really will help my channel grow, and so that other people can see that, hey, this is a stealth game and it needs to be played, or it needs to be shown. Let me put it that way. You as a gamer, you can play it any way you want. That's the perfectness of games. Is that's why the developers give you a regular arrow. That's why the developers give you an arrow that is on fire so you can like light them up and watch them burn. They give you the options necessarily because they know not every gamer wants to go through a game stealth, even if it's a stealth game. But when you show off a game, okay, and your main purpose, my main purpose as a walkthrough channel is to show you, the consumer, the person that wants to buy the game, how it should be played, so that you can come up with a decision. This is how it's supposed to be played. Do I want to play it this way, or do I want to play it another way? If you want to play it another way, then you can go and watch someone else, one that goes through it and kills everybody and doesn't worry about the stealth as much. If that's the kind of way you want to do it, then watch that person and then get a feeling for how the game would be if you want to pick it up. But all I'm saying is, really think hard when you're spending your hard-earned money on these kind of games, because you've got to really just kind of focus on what you want as a gamer when it comes to whatever games you want. There's a lot of games coming out today or tomorrow, and I'm so excited to be able to play the games that I'm going to be picking up and doing. But Thief is going to be my number one walkthrough. Again, I got 2 walkthroughs of the game going to be coming up. Master Stealth walkthrough and the Master Uber customization, all options on, or should I say all options turned off. All hints, all everything, Iron Man, all that crazy shit. I'm killing myself right now thinking, how am I going to accomplish this? This is going to be so hard to be in that last level of the game, and then one tiny mistake, you're at the beginning. Just let that sink in. I can only imagine the frustration that I'm gonna be experiencing going through this, which is why that walkthrough will definitely take a lot longer. But I just wanted to get this little video out here and explain to you my feelings on some of the reviews so far. GameSpot giving it a 6.0 when it clearly is better than a 6.0. I don't care what you say. Making remarks that I don't like the map. Well, have you ever played a Thief game before? Do you know that the map in a Thief game has never been the best map? And that's not the point. You're a master thief. You're Garrett. You've lived in this city your whole entire life. You know where to go. I don't ever want to use the freaking map. I don't want to feel like I have to use the map. Now, in my master walkthrough, I will use focus. I will have the indicator on to tell me where I need to go next, because I am, yes, a master thief, but this is my first walkthrough of the game. I'm going to use the tools that the developers have given me to go through the game, but I'm going to do it on the hardest difficulty. And in that next walkthrough, I am Garrett. I am the master thief, and I will use no help. I will know where to go because I know where to go. Why? For one, I've already played the game, but 2, because I'm Garrett, and I'm the master thief. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think below in the comments of the reviews out there so far. If you agree with them, if you don't agree with them, let's have some good discussion, good debating. And one thing I love about my channel is I get to interact with you guys so much, and that it's a clean channel. It's something that we can talk about without hating each other and all that kind of stuff. So let's see some good discussion in there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Thief walkthrough coming up very soon. Very excited to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, bitches.